In life, we are all tested. Some trials are loud and impossible to ignore. Loss, failure, rejection. They crash into our lives like waves against a fragile shoreline. Others are quiet. They whisper from within, self-doubt, fear, regret, silent but just as heavy. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what do these challenges reveal about you? Challenges aren't just obstacles. They are mirrors, raw, unfiltered reflections of who we are when no one's watching. They expose our fears, test our courage, and question our belief in ourselves. But here's the secret. Challenges are also invitations, opportunities to grow, to rise, to become someone stronger than yesterday. Every setback holds a lesson, but only if you're willing to face it. But why do most people turn away? Why do they give up? The answer isn't about strength or skill. It's about perspective. Two people can face the same storm, but emerge with completely different stories. One sees failure. The other sees a lesson. One feels trapped. The other sees an open door. Your perspective isn't just how you see the world. It's how you shape it. Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Mandela endured 27 years in prison but emerged stronger. Malala was silenced but refused to stop speaking. What do they have in common? They refused to let their challenges define them. Instead, they defined their challenges. You can too. But first, you have to make a choice. Will you let your struggles break you or build you? Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about always rising. Resilience is built in moments when quitting feels easier, but you keep going, saying, "Not today," to the voice that whispers, "You can't." But here's the thing. Resilience isn't a trait you're born with. It's a muscle. And like any muscle, it grows when you challenge it. Start small. Face one fear. Take one step. And when you fall, because you will, get back up. That's how resilience is built. Not in grand victories, but in small, everyday acts of courage. Every challenge you face teaches you something about yourself. It shows you your breaking points, your strengths, your fears, and your dreams. But most importantly, challenges teach you who you are when the world isn't looking. Are you someone who runs from fear, or someone who walks through it? Are you someone who sees obstacles as walls, or as mountains to climb? Self-discovery isn't about finding yourself in perfect moments. It's about building yourself in imperfect ones. Now let's make this real. Here are 3 simple steps to face your challenges head-on. 1. Pause and reflect. When faced with a challenge, stop. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? 2. Take one step. Don't think about the entire journey. Just focus on the next small step forward. 3. Celebrate progress. Every time you overcome a challenge, no matter how small, celebrate it. Remember, progress isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just the quiet act of showing up. You are not defined by what happens to you. You are defined by how you respond to it. Every moment of pain, every failure, every rejection, they're not the final chapter of your story. They're the setup for your comeback. Today we embark on a journey to discover who you truly are, not by your victories alone, but by what you've overcome and by what you've allowed yourself to become. Because in the end, it's not the easy days that shape you. It's the days when everything feels impossible and yet, you keep going. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you know. And this moment is your defining moment. Growth isn't always visible. It happens quietly, in the moments no one sees. Every challenge you face is a seed, and how you respond to it determines whether it grows into strength, wisdom, or regret. But here's the thing. Growth doesn't come from avoiding pain. It comes from leaning into it, learning from it, and allowing it to transform you. So ask yourself, what can I learn from this moment? How can this make me better, not bitter? Who can I become on the other side of this? The most powerful version of you isn't waiting on the other side of success. It's forged in the fire of adversity. And when you emerge from this season, you won't just be someone who survived. You'll be someone who thrived, because your story isn't over yet. And your challenges? They're just the beginning of something extraordinary. History remembers those who stood firm in the face of chaos. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire during plagues and war moments, where lesser leaders would have crumbled under the weight of fear and uncertainty. Yet his reflections, his meditations, weren't about his power. They were about his response to suffering. In moments of darkness, he didn't ask, "Why me?" He asked, "What can I do with this?" Adversity isn't the enemy, it's the test. Every setback whispers one question. Will you break or will you rise? The obstacle isn't blocking your path. It is the path. You don't grow in spite of obstacles. You grow because of them. Adversity isn't the storm sent to destroy you. It's the wind that shapes you, the chisel that refines you, the lesson that transforms you. Every challenge is an opportunity in disguise, but only if you're willing to see it. So ask yourself, what obstacle are you facing right now? And what might it be trying to teach you? Because the way forward isn't around the obstacle. It's through it. The Stoics taught us one profound truth. You control your mind or your mind controls you. Your thoughts are not fleeting visitors. They are architects shaping the world you experience. Your mind can be a fortress or a prison. Your thoughts can be chains that bind you, or wings that set you free. In every challenge, every moment of uncertainty, there's one battlefield you must conquer before all others. Your own mind. Your thoughts are your kingdom. Guard them fiercely. The world outside will always be chaotic, unpredictable, and sometimes cruel. But inside your mind, is a space you control. Train your thoughts. Question your fears. Quiet your doubts. Because what you allow into your mind will shape your reality. Will you let fear speak louder than reason? Will you let self-doubt drown out your potential? Or will you take control and master your mind? Your mind is your most powerful weapon, but only if you wield it. The battle for your mind is fought in silence, in stillness, and in the quiet moments where you choose courage over fear, focus over distraction, and clarity over chaos. You are what you allow yourself to think. If you believe you're weak, you'll act weak. If you believe you're resilient, you'll endure. Every thought you allow into your mind is a seed. And seeds don't stay seeds, they grow. Negative thoughts grow into limits. Positive thoughts grow into possibilities. If you tell yourself you're incapable, you'll shrink from opportunity. If you tell yourself you're unworthy, you'll reject love and success before they can find you. But if you tell yourself you are strong, you will stand firm. If you tell yourself you are resilient, you will rise after every fall. The world will try to define you. Circumstances will try to confine you. But your beliefs, they're yours to choose. So guard your thoughts. Speak to yourself as if you are speaking to someone you love. Because the stories you tell yourself become the reality you live. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are capable. You are resilient. Think about your own life. What have you overcome? Maybe it was a heartbreak that left you shattered, a failure that crushed your spirit, a loss that felt unbearable. Yet here you are, breathing, standing, moving forward. Every scar you carry tells a story. Not of weakness, but of survival. Every obstacle you faced has carved you into who you are today. You didn't just endure, you adapted. You didn't just survive, you grew. Look back not with regret, but with pride. Because every storm you've weathered, every night you've survived has led you here. And right here in this moment is proof of one undeniable truth. You are stronger than you think. So own your story. Embrace your scars, because they aren't marks of failure. They are badges of honor. There's one more truth you need to hear. You are also what you allow yourself to become. Your potential isn't limited by your circumstances. It's limited by your mindset. Your circumstances are just the stage. Your mindset? That's the script. What you believe about yourself determines what you'll pursue, what you'll endure, and ultimately what you'll achieve. If you believe your potential is small, your actions will follow. But if you believe your potential is limitless, you'll chase dreams others call impossible. The world will always offer excuses. You're too young. You're too old. You're not ready. But none of those excuses are true unless you believe them. Your mindset is the soil in which your potential grows. Feed it with doubt, and your dreams will wither. Feed it with belief, and your dreams will flourish. So ask yourself, what would you attempt if you truly believed you couldn't fail? Who would you become if you let go of every limiting thought? You are not confined by your past. You are not chained by your circumstances. Your only limit is the one you set in your mind. What dreams have you buried under doubt? What opportunities have you let slip away because you were afraid? How many times have you told yourself, not yet, not now, maybe someday? Stop waiting for permission to be great. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, because here's the truth. It doesn't exist. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Waiting is the enemy of action. You don't need permission to chase your dreams. You don't need the stars to align or the world to applaud. You just need to start. Right here, right now. Because greatness isn't found in perfect conditions. It's forged in the messy moments of showing up, trying, failing, and trying again. None of them waited for permission. None of them waited for perfection. The perfect moment is now. The perfect person to start is you. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Take the first step, no matter how small, no matter how uncertain, because the only permission you ever needed was your own. Today is the day. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Today is the day you decide who you are, because life doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Time doesn't pause until you've built up enough courage. Today is your chance. This moment is your opportunity. You are not defined by your failures. You are defined by how you rise from them. Failure isn't the end of your story. It's just a chapter. You are limited only by the chains you refuse to break. Fear will always be there, whispering reasons to stop. But courage. Courage is moving forward despite the fear. Today isn't just another day. It's your day. So rise. Break the chains. Because everything you want, everything you dream of, everything you could become, it all starts today. In the end, life doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for effort. It asks for courage. It asks for resilience. Life doesn't reward the perfect, it rewards the persistent. It rewards those who keep showing up, day after day, failure after failure, until success has no choice but to follow. So rise, face your obstacles, command your mind, and allow yourself to become everything you were meant to be. Your story isn't over. Your time isn't past. The world isn't waiting for someone perfect. It's waiting for you. If this spoke to you, hit like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more.